I wasn't losing her to another man. I was losing her to a ghost she couldn't let go of.
I never imagined I'd end up competing with a ghost. But that's what Derek became, an invisible presence haunting every corner of my relationship. He wasn't dead, just constantly there. In Jessica's stories, her memories, her comparisons, every time his name came up, a little more of me disappeared. My name is Mike, and I'm a building engineer. I design structures meant to last for generations, built on planning, precision, and patience. Jessica used to say she loved those things about me, but somewhere along the way, she started treating them like flaws. We met at a barbecue 2 years ago. She was beautiful, sharp, animated. I walked up with a terrible line about a wobbly table's structural integrity. She laughed anyway, and we talked all night. A year later, we found our future house a fixer-upper with good bones. Renovations became our shared project. She had the design ideas. I handled the execution. At first, it was perfect. Until Derek showed up, right in the middle of a blueprint. One night, I laid out detailed renovation plans. Jessica frowned. Derek would have already torn that wall down. Derek, her ex. It didn't stop there. When I reinforced floor joists, she'd say Derek renovated an entire bathroom in a weekend. When I rewired the whole house, she said Derek didn't overthink things. Each comment was a small cut over and over, then came the deck. I drafted a beautiful design, solid, timeless. She glanced at it and said it looked rigid. Then she showed me a picture of Derek's old deck. It was a disaster: uneven boards, mismatched wood, dangerous supports. He built it in a weekend, she said proudly. I just stared at the photo, seeing every code violation, but all I said was, "It has character," she beamed. "Exactly. Maybe you could be more spontaneous." That night I spiraled. I scrolled through her old social media. Derek was in every other photo-messy, creative, half-finished projects. Her captions worshipped him. My talented man, creative genius. I wasn't fighting a person. I was fighting a fantasy. Then her friend Amber visited and let something slip. Derek's famous deck had leaked into the apartment below. His projects always fell apart. Jessica used to complain constantly about fixing his mistakes. So why was she idolizing him now? When her parents came for dinner, they roasted Derek's incompetence. Jessica got defensive and accused me of being too sensitive. I finally confronted her. "You compare me to him constantly." She denied it, then admitted she mentioned him occasionally. So I listed every single comparison from the last 3 days. She stormed out. When she came back, she apologized. Honestly, she admitted Derek had left her without warning, without closure, and she was scared I'd leave too. I wanted to believe her. We tried again, and for a while it worked. I built the deck my masterpiece. It was flawless. When Jessica stepped onto it, she was speechless. For a moment, I felt whole again. Then we threw a party. Everyone loved the house. Jessica wrapped her arm around me and said, "I gave him a little inspiration from my ex's projects." And just like that, something inside me clicked. A quiet finality. I kept smiling, but in my head I was already packing. That night I told her calmly. I listed the house. "We close in 30 days, she broke down. "This is our home." I looked at her and asked, "Have we ever been building the same home?" She tried to deny it, to minimize, to twist my feelings into insecurity, but I stayed steady. I deserve someone who sees me, not a replacement for him. Her tears changed then. They weren't angry anymore. They were real. She admitted she'd been testing me, waiting for me to crack like he did. She wasn't comparing me to him because he was better, but because she hadn't finished grieving the way he left. For the first time, it felt like the truth. So I made an offer: 30 days, couples therapy, total honesty. No decisions until then. We tried. Really tried. It was rough arguments, breakthroughs, hard truths. Jessica stopped mentioning Derek. She praised my work, my stability. She admitted she confused his chaos with passion. When the 30 days ended, we sat on the deck I built. She asked, "What about the house?" I told her, "I want to stay. But only if we do this together." Then I offered to put her name on the deed. Tears filled her eyes. "Yes," she whispered. Equal partners. 2 weeks later, we became co-owners. We had a small celebration with friends. Jessica kept saying, Mike designed this, or we chose this together. No ghosts, no comparisons. Just us. Later that night, she looked at me and said, "You build things that last, Mike. I want our life to be one of them." And for the first time in months, I felt like we were finally building our future together. Thanks for listening to our story. If you've ever felt like you were living in someone else's shadow, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories about building a life, one solid foundation at a time.